Welcome to the video tutorials of Object-Oriented Programming with Java. This is Rajul Suthar, Assistant Professor of Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar. In Unit 6 of Object-Oriented Programming, previously we have discussed about the exception and exception handling method. In this session, we will discuss about the IO and abstract class as well as interface. Please like and subscribe the channel. So what do you mean by IO? Here, what is file IO? Java IO stream is a flow of data that you can either read uh, from any device, means read from, or you can write to any device. So look in this figure. Here, any application, whatever you have to create, like if we are using the editor or to create any Java program. So this Java program is called, this application will be written, that is called the file. We are using keyboard to input the particular characters, and some other interface we have to use some libraries also required, and this portion also required whenever we generate any exe, so it become one file. We required a console, means any output device like monitor. We are use the particular output device to display, like a projectors. And if you want to print a particular file, so printers, that type of output device is connected, and other device if any connected. So this is the stream, means IO for Java. So it used to perform any read and write operation in file permanently. Java used the stream to perform this task. Java IO stream is also called the file handling for file input and output. It is also available in java.io package. In reference, refer to the default input device. In means input device. Here keyboard is one input device. Out and ERR refer to the default output device. Here console. Console is our output device. If you run the particular program, so black screen that represent your output, that is called a console. Java.io package provide the class for system input and output through the file, network stream, memory, buffers, etc. That is called Java IO package. Then how can we read the data from web? So here URL. We all familiar with the URL, Uniform Resource Locator. We can access the data from specific URL using the Java program. So this programming is called the socket programming. We require the socket connection to communicate by using the URL. URL and URL class to communicate with the URL over the network. So we require the socket is nothing but the port number and IP address. We required particular port number and IP address. Here this class have the several useful method to deal with the HTTP URLs. HTTP is nothing but the hypertext transfer protocol. It used to catch or communicate with the Java program, and it used to retrieve the data from web. In this section, we will discuss how to access the data from specific URL using the Java program. URL class is nothing but the URL class is a uniform resource locator, a pointer to web content on the www, that is a World Wide Web. Web content can be an ordinary file or directory, query to database, which is a reference to the to an object. We can use any file, like if you retrieve the student information, so student.html. If you retrieve the home page, so home.aspx or home.html file, that is called a file or directory. You can retrieve the result, so result will be retrieved from database, so we use the query to database, or a reference to an object. You can use any picture file or movie, or you can use the music file, that is called the object. You can retrieve anything from web by using the Java program. So it's called the reading data from web. Here this is the syntax for a URL. Like if you retrieve the data from URL, so first is protocol. Here HTTP is nothing but hypertext transfer protocol. S is called the secure. Then colon double slash. Here URL is used. You can say that URL instead of URL. Again, you can use the host name, or we can say that it is the server name or IP address. Instead of host name, you can use the IP address also. Here www.gtu.ac.in. IP address is a difficult to remember, so we are using the server name, and this is called the file name. Circular.aspx is a nothing but a file name. So anything here extension can use. Here the file is written in ASPX. So this is a ASPX extension because this file is created in Android Studio or ASP.NET. If you are create the HTML file, so instead of .aspx, extension will be covered like .htm or HTML. Protocol means protocol defines a set of rules for communication. In this example, URL HTTP is protocol. You can use the FTP file transfer protocol or Gopher. Gopher is one also a protocol. Server name or IP address means domain name or IP address is the particular address of a host where we want to go. So this is the server name gtu.ac.in. You have retrieved the circular.aspx. So this is the directory, and this file will be covered at located at a server of GTU. In this example, www.gtu.ac.in is a server name. What is the port number? Port number means it is an optional attributes. Port number you can use the try to search in Google. There are various port from 0 to 65536 or 0 to 535, total 65536. This is the port. Some of the reservoir port. So port is nothing but the it check the connectivity, means it open or close. In advanced Java, means in semester 6 you will be cover the subject like advanced Java. It will be uh, use the port number as an IP address. This type of a program will be covered, as well as in the first unit TCP and UDP programming for port scanning. It will be covered. We will discuss whenever we study the next subject, that is advanced Java. But here port number you have to remember this, and for reference you can use the search the port number in Google. This type of a port is available. Each and every device connected with the port number, like if you are covered Wi-Fi device, Bluetooth device, so that particular device is handled by using this port number. File name or directory name means a file name is the name of the particular file of your project. Here circular.aspx is nothing but a file name. What do you mean by abstract class in Java? Abstract is a class which is declared the abstract keyword. Which keyword is used? Abstract keyword. That is known as an abstract class. It can have the abstract and non-abstract method. Two types of method covered, like method with body and without body. Abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation details. We do not require the implementation details. Means if we are performing the addition of two numbers, so only we require the result. Addition of two numbers like 2 plus 3. So only we require the result like 5. We do not require the process of addition. So it hides the implementation details and showing only the functionality to users. For example, sending the SMS where you type the text and send the message, you don't know the internal processing about the message delivery. You do not require the total process, only you require the output. Here, there is a two way to achieve the abstraction in Java. First one is a abstract class. You can say that by abstract class you can hide or use the 0 to 100% accuracy, while in interface it will be give the proper accuracy for a abstract class. So remember this point for abstract class. This type of a question asked in GTU exam, like 3 to 4 marks of question. So what is abstract class? Abstract class must be declared with a abstract keyword. It can have the abstract and non-abstract method. It cannot be instantiated, but it can have the constructor and static method. Remember this. It can have final method, which will be force the subclass not to change the body of method. Final means if we declare the particular thing as a final, so we cannot change. Previously we have discussed in chapter 4 and 5. Then this is a simple syntax, or you can use this abstract class as a using the keyword abstract. Name of the class is a abstract void print status is one method with no body. Let me check with one example. So here abstract class, we are using the keyword abstract. Class name is a fruit. You can use any method again. So abstract void run method is used. Class apple, one apple class is used that extend the main class is a fruit. So we can say that fruit is a super class and apple is one fruit that cover into the main superclass. This is the superclass and this is called the subclass. Here void run method is used. We have written with the body like world most popular fruit. Whatever the message you can write here. Public static void main string argument as fruit object. Here object is created for a apple. So fruit object by using the new keyword. New is used to initialize the memory. So object dot run, you can run the particular object. So what is your output? This is the output whatever written in the system.out.println. Here implementation detail is hide. Okay. So this is the concept of abstract class. What do you mean by interface? Here an interface is a completely abstract class. It's called the complete abstract class that is used to group related to the method with empty bodies. Here name of the interface is animal, public void animal sound. By using this way you can use the interface. So this interface method does not have a body, while interface method does not have a body. Here run is one method, but don't this not cover any body part. So why and when to use the interface? Why we require the abstract class and why we require the interface? In this section, interface to achieve the security. Main concept is a security. To achieve the security, hide certain details and only show the important details of an object. Only we required to show the important details. So security is main concept in interface. Second thing is Java does not support the multiple inheritance. We all familiar with the multiple inheritance, means superclass to subclass relationship. Only one superclass is used to derive multiple subclass. There are no multiple superclasses used, means multiple inheritance is not used in Java. This type of concept not used in Java. So what is the solution? A class can only inherit from one superclass, that is called the multiple inheritance, that not supported in Java. So it can be achieved with the interface. Here interface is useful because the class can be implemented. So implement multiple interface. We can see that multiple interface is implement, not a multiple inheritance. This is the example like interface class is animal, public void animal sound. This method is used. Again, slip method is used. This is the body of first and second method. Then implementation, like we are using the one class, pig class, that implements animal, means main class is a animal class, super class is a animal. We derive the public class, subclass, that is a pig class. So we only use the implement keyword here. Implements keyword is, remember, public void animal sound. This method is used because this is the body of this method. It's covered here. System.out.println, whatever you have to write here, the pig say, whatever. Okay, here you can write anything. Public void slip method. Here this body of the slip method, system.out.println, z, you can write here. Okay. Then main class, like public static void main string argument as pig, my object, my pig is one object create for a pig. So by using dot, my pig dot animal sound as well as my pig dot sleep. So this is the output of this program. Try this program in a NetBeans or JDK. And the last point is a comparable and comparator. So what do you mean by comparable? Comparable and comparator both are a interface. It's nothing but a interface. Remember this. That can be used to sort an element. Why we use it? Used to sort an element of collection. So collection is called the list also. Comparator interface belong to java.util package, while comparable to java.language package. Let me check with the difference. Comparator interface sort the collection using two objects. Comparator use the two object provided to it, where comparable interface use this reference. So first method, in terms of method, comparable interface has a method compared to method. Okay, comparable is only using compared to particular single object, only one object is used, while in comparator it has a method compare and use the two object, object 1 and object 2. By using sorting, so what is the use of sorting in comparable? Collection dot sort, or we can say that list method can be used to sort the collection of comparable type object, while collection dot sort we require the list as well as comparator. The method can be used to sort the particular collection. Then sorting the sequence, how can we sort a particular sequence? Comparable provide the single sorting sequence, while comparator provide the multiple sorting sequence. And in terms of package, here java.language package is used, remember this, while comparator interface belong to the java.util package. So this package is changed. Here java.language package is used, here java.util package is used. Thank you for attending the session. Whole unit 6 is completed here. We will discuss the next unit 7 in next session. Please like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.